guys, Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video, and today we have a F1 live season Xbox round 12 from Spa review. And first of all then, we'll be going through the result from Spa. A very different change of order, you know, a surprise winner, and also I think a pretty much surprised podium as well. So in first place then, on his return to F1 live season, was Mike Marshmallow in the Force India, and it was Super Josh 9 in his Ferrari, followed by Smiley Face Tobo, who completed the podium, and just missing out on the podium with Pro Racing 69, Xeon Magic. The Silent Mole 45 did a brilliant job after recovering from an early spin. Instant wins, 97 was in 7th with I-Rated Scopes HD in 8th, followed by Apollo 18, then Undescribed nicked the last point in 10th with UGK Starkey and Dr. Z Rick Toffen among the DNFs. That was the top 12, and I also believe 4 people, including second place in the championship Insignia GB, didn't make the finish. And it was great because we had a full lobby for the race, which is only actually the second time I believe we've had that in F1 live season Xbox, and it was really good to see, and hopefully we can continue that for Monza. And it was definitely a decision of mine to I think definitely one that paid off was to have more than 16 drivers and actually have 9 teams, just so that when people didn't turn up, we had other people in there and still scoring for a separate team, so that, you know, we don't really have reserve drivers. We just have people who are scoring for themselves and scoring for a different team to the people they'll be replacing. So let's go over the Drivers' Championship then, and in first place, Pro Racing 69 with 218 points. He's taken 5 wins so far this season. In second place is Insignia GB with 153 points. He's taken 2 wins. He's fallen really far back after, he rage quit Spa and is just not having a very good season at all. IX Kyle 18 IXI 97 points. He said he's going back to the league but hasn't actually taken part in, I believe, the last 3 races, but he's still in third place. Slugger Meat 5 is in 4th with 80 points. Then it's Mike Marshmallow on his return to league after securing his second win. Of course, I think he won back in Bahrain or sometime around there with 79 points. And it's Super Josh 9 in 6th with 75. That's thanks to missing quite a lot of races. In 7th is RBZ 1012 71. He couldn't join back as there was not enough time in qualifying for him to join back. I think we had about 10 seconds and sadly no one invited him. That's why it's very important to have people in the league, as many people in the league on your friends list as possible, so they can invite you back. In 8th position was Case Legend 99 with 48 points. He's doing pretty well considering he only joined, I think, back in around Hungary time. I don't know, maybe a bit further back than that, maybe about Silverstone, I can't be sure though. In 9th place was Christix with 47 points, with that one win, accumulating to over half his points. I think he won actually back in Bahrain, can't remember the order, but I know he was quite a surprise winner early on, but then he decided to leave, I think, around Monaco time. Gester and Zinker 97 in 10th, definitely the up-and-coming star. I think his first race was back in Canada and he seems to be getting better and better, so surely a win will be on the cards for him with 45 points. And it's Undescribed 38, a very good performance from him. He's now in 11th place with Smiley Face Tobo, tied on points with him. Also, those two will definitely be fighting. You'd think Smiley Face Tobo would have the edge, but of course Undescribed is very consistent, and if he keeps plugging away, there's no reason why he can't break into the top 10. 13th is Daniel 2011-54, 33 points. Then it's TR Ellis with 31, with that one win, of course, just a reserve, I think, at the moment. He's pretty much left the league. 15th is Silent Mole 45 with 20 points, pretty good considering this was only a second race. Be sure for him to be challenging the top 10 places as we move into the season, the season-ending races. In 16th for Dr. Z Rick Toffen with 18 points. He's, I think, hasn't taken part in the last 3 races, and I think, sorry, he did take part in the last race, but it was a DNF, so no points for him in the last 3 races, is why he's down in 16th position. In 17th is Apollo, who after getting a podium in Hungary will be disappointed with only picking up 2 points in Spa. In 17th, Case Electronics with 12 points. He just did, I think, 4 races, and in 1 race he got 4th place. That's why he's down in 18th place. Instant Wins 97 with 12 points, pretty good considering he's only done 2 races. Wilkes 2424, he's just a reserve for 1 place, but he's managed to get into the top 20. And it's Xeon Magic's Random Beats Left Back at Home Top Track 26993, I-Rated Scopes HD, who's still in the league, Mr. Joker's IRZ, Whooping Spring, Formula Moss F1, and X Fusions ZZ8XX is in 29th position and last position. 29 drivers is definitely very impressive for a league, and I think we've done very well to get so many drivers, and definitely one of the most popular leagues. And you know, hopefully we can just continue to grow, and maybe a possible GP2 with such a high demand for the league might be opening in 2015, and maybe for the Winter Championship, but that's still to be confirmed, nothing official yet. Let's move on to the constructors then. Well, in first place it's Mercedes with 268 points, and Ferrari, who slightly closed the gap thanks to a podium from Super Josh 9 with 228. Force India in third with 188. Can they get into the title fight now with Mike Marshmallow and RBZ, a very strong pair? Could they be a surprise winner as we go into the season closing races? Fourth place is Williams. They'll be hoping to challenge Force India as they're on 150 points. But in fifth place it's Lotus with 114. McLaren locked in a battle with Lotus, just 5 points behind on 109. Then it's Red Bull with 78, Sauber with 56, and then Toro Rosso, a new team for Spa, managed to pick up 4 points on their debut. A impressive performance from them, with Josh Lem 11 as their team principal. So the race in itself, it was a very lag-fest race really. There was so much lag going on, it was really hard to race with. For example, me, I got up to the about 7th place, and then I was just passing people. I pit under the safety car. That was a great decision. The safety car early on, this Insignia rage crashed. He will be spoken to by the stewards. But in terms of incidents, there were quite a few incidents with so much lag going on. It was very hard to tell what was happening. For me, no one was around me. I was in first place. Then it dropped me to 5th, and then luckily for me, as I crossed the line, I was in 2nd. So for the whole race, I didn't know where I was, and that was a very similar story, I think, with instant wins, and a few other people also reported that. So it was a really bad race in terms of lag, but we got a new host for Monza this Thursday at 8 PM. Don't forget to race. It's sure to be a very good one. Hopefully we can get another full lobby, or near enough, so we can have some exciting racing like we did. I don't think any driver really had a boring race. They were enthralled in battle, or at least, you know, very close to battles. The fields were pretty bunched up, you know, after the safety car, I think, in the early laps, and it still remained that way towards the end. But a brilliant win from Mike Marshmallow then, as he secures his 2nd win in F1 live season. The field heads to Monza. Can Insignia GB come back in style and close the gap to Pro Racing, or can he extend his lead? And that battle for 3rd in the Drivers' Championship is also hotting up. But meanwhile, in the Constructors, Ferrari, Force India and Williams will all be hoping to close the gap on Mercedes, and the battle between Lotus and McLaren will be hotting up, while Toro Rosso embark on their 2nd race. So obviously racing, I really hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next Thursday at 8 PM for F1 Live Season Monza.